What's up, YouTube? I got some exclusive tea for y'all today. Shit, I'm over here minding my business, cooling it on a Saturday. Smoking and joking with my girl laid up, watching some Netflix and chill. And we ended up watching this movie called The Windmill. Now, y'all might be asking yourself, what the fuck does this have to do with 6ix9ine, Tekashi 69? Well, it just so happens that I was able to reveal the true meaning of Tekashi, or should I say, where Tekashi stole the name from to make himself Tekashi 69. Now, let me remind you, before, before when he gave the explanation of his name, he came up with this whole cute story of, yeah, 6ix9ine. Everybody really didn't give a fuck about the 6ix9ine. Everybody wanted to know Tekashi. What is that? What does it mean? Where does it come from? But 6ix9ine goes on to just kind of fill us in on the background of 6ix9ine, the reason why he has it tatted on him 69 times, including right there on his fucking face. And basically, it was a cute ass story about, I have my perspective and you have your perspective, and who's to say who's right or wrong? Because either way, a 6 turned upside down is a 9, and people thought that was fucking cute, right? But nobody asked or really seemed to put any spotlight on Tekashi. Like, what the fuck does that mean? So anyway, back to the windmill. I'm sitting here Netflix and chilling with my girl, and I'm watching this movie, The Windmill, and out of nowhere, one of the main characters is called Tekashi. Okay? Spelled the same exact way, Takashi. Okay, this is not a fucking average name like Daniel. Okay, Daniel Hernandez, 6ix9ine's real name. That's an average Joe ass name, Daniel. No, Tekashi was what you would have thought that this was some well thought out, unique, eccentric, name that this guy took time to create. But no, he straight up took it off of a side role Japanese character out of this, average, below average movie. All right, and if you don't believe me, this movie came out in 2016, exactly a year before the release of Tekashi 69's main hit, Gummo, in 2017. So he had just enough time to snatch the name up and add the 6ix9ine to it by the time Gummo was released. Makes sense, right? Okay, so let's dive back further into The Windmill. The preface of the movie is about a miller like a windmill, that actually has a farm with a windmill on it. They're called millers. Okay, there was an old miller, and there was a tale that he used to grind people up to bones and mix it in with the flour that he was serving the people in the town. And one day, somebody had an actual human tooth found in their flour. So the people of the town raged, and they went and they tore down the barn and they burned him up alive in it. And to this day, apparently, he was haunting his barn and his windmill. And so he actually had a slave, gatekeeper, who I guess vowed to serve him as the devil, as his god or whatever, who would go out on a bus and actually pick these motherfuckers up and drive them to him. Drive them back to the mill so that they could have bodies of people to kill, I guess. They needed somebody to prey on. But here was the catch. The only people that he would bring back to the old miller were sinners. Okay? And somehow Tekashi happened to be on this bus full of sinners. Okay, now stay with me because it's kind of an in-depth explanation, but this is how Tekashi got his name. I'm sure of it. So Tekashi was one of the so quote on sinners on the bus, and the bus was being taken to the mill, but they thought they were going on some type of tour. Just a tour, like a tour of to see different historical sites and stuff like that. Little do they know, the bus driver, who actually behind the scenes is working for this guy, the devil, the demon, the old miller, is taking them as prey to go get killed by this demon. All right. Now here's another thing about this movie. All the sinners were made to reveal their deepest and dark secret right before they died. And the only way that they would be spared was if they would tell the truth and be remorseful for what they did. Every single one of them had killed somebody on that bus. Even Tekashi. Okay? But Tekashi's life was spared at the last second in this movie because he was remorseful for what happened to his grandma. Okay? He was remorseful for what happened to his grandma. What happened was in the movie, Tekashi killed his grandmother by abandoning her in old age when she needed his help and nobody else wanted to attend to her, so he left her. He felt bad about it, remorseful. So right before his death came, he saw his old grandmother's rocking chair and he looked up to God and he prayed and asked for forgiveness. And because of that, he was forgiven. Okay? It's kind of cool, you know? He was one of the only ones that was able to not get killed by the old Miller because he confessed his sins and he was given a second chance. It kind of, in a weird way, kind of relates to Tekashi69 in real life. The dude has done so much damage to the industry, caused so much turmoil and hate and violence, but has been spared time and time again. And if you watch this movie, Tekashi seems like he can never be killed. But wait, when they finally do kill him, the person that he least expects it kills him. The very own bus driver, the one that nobody knew worked for the devil himself. So does this have some type of ironic meaning? I don't know. Is Tekashi headed for danger? I don't know. But did he get his name from this damn movie? 100%, man. You lame, boy. You is lame. You stole your fucking name from an 89% movie off Netflix that probably wasn't even considered for theaters, called The Windmill. It doesn't even have any real actors in it, and the name Tekashi has no meaning. So yeah, once again, it was cute, the whole 6ix9ine thing. That was fine. But you didn't want to tell us about this watered down, cheap ass name you stole from a cheap ass, low budget film on Netflix, my guy. Come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. All the way around fluke. So I had to expose this, my man. I had to expose this. And if you don't believe me, I'm about to put up the word Tekashi. I'm not even going to say name. It's just a made up name from this fucking movie, Tekashi, on the screen. Look at this. My camera, I'm using my iPhone, so bear with me. But if y'all want to see it, it's on Netflix at 18 minutes and 21 seconds at the end. Tekashi, spelled the same way. 6ix9ine, do better, man. These people pay you millions and millions of dollars to hear your name. Some idiots actually got your shit tatted on them. And little do they know it's the same name of this fucking no-name actor in The Windmill that came out in 2016, a year before your first hit release came out. Okay? So this is TC telling y'all what it is about your boy 6ix9ine. Tune in, man. Tune in.